it going, everybody? Welcome back. This is Jody, and we're back with another episode of Stormworks. Hopefully today, we're actually going to get some train stuff done. And by train stuff, I mean actually driving. Probably should have loaded... I probably should have finished loading the game before I started recording. I thought it was going to load faster than this. It got up to like 75% in no time at all, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, we're going to pause now. Oh my gosh. So, last episode, if you weren't with us, I should say I, went through and basically redid my entire container carrying train car. Now, the reason I did that was because the original container carrying car would lock up. It would seize. And it just wouldn't progress any further. Kind of like the loading bar here. It wouldn't progress any further. So you'd have the slider. The slider would come out. You'd pick up the container, and then when the slider started going back in, it would just stop. It would get to a point to stop, and then you'd try to make it come out and then go back in and out, back in, and it would just it wouldn't get past that part. And if it got past that part, then it would go in a little bit and get stuck again. And so last episode we worked out a system whereby that didn't happen. It and it was so simple. It was, I can't believe how simple of a system it was. Oh, where are we? I loaded, okay, well, I am at a totally different location than I should be. Oh shit, I'm back at, I didn't save it all? I didn't save it all. This is like way back. This is ridiculously far back. Alright, let's clear up the rain, let's clear up the weather and all this shit. Reveal the map, unlock all properties. Okay. I am in a sandbox mode. But that is okay. Oh, remember in an earlier episode where I said the train tracks go through buildings? This is what I mean. This train track goes right through this building. So if you come in from that direction, you have to go through the building. There is no other way around. You have to go through these buildings. So like I said you can't build a train that goes taller than these doors because you'll never get through them. There's also caves along the route. But anyways, I'm supposed to be over here. I'm supposed to be over here. At Terminal Spy Cakes. And we were going to take some gear, or we're going to take some crates, I should say, some containers from Terminal Spy Cakes to somewhere else. To just kind of show off the train system that I built. So, we gotta do this all over again. Well, not all over again. We have to load our... I gotta load my trains in. So, let's start with our train engine. Here's this guy here. This is our nice train engine, which I showed off, not last episode, I think the episode before. I hate how it autosaves every single time you load a vehicle in. It's like, just stop it. And as we learned from last time... Oh, wait. Can't get too carried away. Can't get too carried away because the next train does not have a brake release on it. I should put a brake release on it. In fact, I will right now. So let's load. We're going to load our carrier here. We're going to add one of our brake releases on it. This trailer brake controller with the override. Okay, so we'll put that right here, behind the front. Okay, logic. Where's our brakes? Our brake releaser is right here, which gets its signal from the bottom there. So we're going to delete that one. Okay. And we're going to hook up this other one. So that is from the connector there. So the connector, this goes to the brakes there, there, and there. Okay. And we need an override button. So we need a toggle button. And we'll put one right there. And right there. Yeah, we'll use this. Actually, I forgot what color I used on the other ones. Might have been pink. Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to say. Okay. Now we need our paint bucket. Because we gotta paint around it. Oops. And then we go here. Brake. Release. Override. Front. Brake. Release. Override. Connect those together. We go back and forth with them. So this one comes back to there. This one comes back to here. That one goes forward to there. So when one's turned on, the other one's turned on, and vice versa. And then this also goes into the brake release control here. Hook that up to power. Let's just go straight for the battery bank. Whatever. And we're good. Oh, and back here. For the battery bank. Good. Alright. Save. Here. Yes. Spawn. Now we got our brake override. Thank frickin' God. Put that little button, and the brakes are now overridden, so we can push this thing. Brakes back on. Oh, slow her down. There we go. I knew that was going to happen. They get all funky. Yeah, stop that. There we go. And link up. There you go. Alright, this guy we got to move ahead quite a bit. So almost to that intersection. Okay. Now we can leave him here and attach our next trailers, which are going to be our container trailers. We need 3 container trailers. Actually, you know what? Next, I'm going to put one of the radio controllers next. I'm going to spread them out. Before I just had all 3 or 2 of them on the rear, but I'm going to spread them out. I'm going to put one in the middle now, and I'm going to put then the cargo containers, and I'll put one on the rear. So if you didn't see the other episodes, these are radio-controlled train engines. They have their own generator. They have their own power source. They have their own drive unit inside them, and basically their only function is to provide extra stopping and extra going power to the train. So think of it as like a little shunt buggy helping out the train, helping the train move. That's basically what it is. It's a little shunt buggy that helps the train accomplish its task of getting where it's going. And as soon as I turn on the radio control, the brakes are going to kick in because, of course, the brakes are on the train, or the engine, and it reads its controls from the engine. So, stop we go. Oh, perfect sync. Okay, so now we want to turn on the radio control. So now it's activated, and it will follow the orders from the engine, which the engine has its own antenna, which is I don't know if I can actually see it from here, but it is, yeah, there it is. It's between the two sets of batteries. There's an antenna that's facing that it's laying on its side. But that antenna is with, there's a control box as well, which is, I'm not sure where the control box is, but anyway, the antenna there is hooked up to a control box, and that control box basically encrypts all the controls from here into a signal, sends that signal out, and it is received by these cars, which basically do the same thing. So if I set forward power at 25%, this gets forward power at 25%. If I set the forward power at 50%, this gets forward power at 50%. If I bring the power all the way back and the brakes apply, this brings back the power and the brakes apply. It does everything that the engine does. It basically copies the engine. Now, in certain circumstances, like if I had that on this line and I had the train engine on that line, and I went forward, that would probably beat the train engine. So that would take off and that would take off, and they'd both be set at 25%. But the one would probably beat the other because of, weight differences and all that kind of stuff. So there is a bit of a caveat to the controls. I mean, it's not going to perfectly shunt along with the train engine. Its 25% power is going to be different than the 25% power from the train engine. So there's going to be, you're going to be getting power, but it's not going to be like the identical amount of power. So this is the train car we built last episode, and I did not actually extend those lights out like I wanted to. You know what? I'm going to do that right now too. Since that's, well, I didn't want to reset the grid. I wanted to resize the grid. Grab the lights. Move cut. I want them over the center of the trailer. Yeah, something like that. Well, the light's not over the center. I want the light over the center of the trailer. There we go. Okay, paste. And then I just have to attach these. Oh shit, that's the wrong color. Attach you. Attach you. Attach you. Attach you. And then merge. And there we go. Okay, got our lights over the middle. Excuse me. So we'll save that. And we'll spawn it. Okay, shiny. Turn off the brakes. And give her a push. Cool. And so we're just gonna do kind of a quick run, I guess. Want to head up to Sawyer North. Just like last episode, I was going to head to Sawyer North last episode as well, but we never actually got there because we were too busy working on this. So by the 3-hour mark, I was like, no, we're not going anywhere. So we'll hit Sawyer north and south. That was nice. If we need stuff for Sawyer South, I don't know if we're going to need stuff for Sawyer South, but or if we're going to have any boxes for Sawyer South. So we'll definitely go Sawyer North, and then if there are any crates for Sawyer South, we'll pick those up too. We'll kind of do a double run, if needed. Oh shoot! I meant to look up the radio frequency for the. I went to look up the radio frequency for the switches, so I didn't have to stop and get out to switch them. But I forgot to do that. That's fine. We'll get her next time. Beauty. One more of those. And then we'll put our follow-up car on the rear. At least we don't have to walk as far with the more cars we put on, the less distance we have to walk to attach them up. So that's kind of nice. I don't have to walk nearly as far as we did with that first car. Beauty. So that's how they're supposed to connect. Let's hope this guy's far enough out that he doesn't end up getting sucked back to the workbench. Oh good, he didn't. Alright. So we'll load one more of these guys. And we'll attach him on. And we'll be ready to rock. Perfect. Good to go. Now we just got to load up some containers. Let's go see what kind of containers we got. We definitely want Sawyer. Preferably north. You know what? Let's before we get too carried away here, let's move our... Whoop. We're in slow-mo again. Before we get too carried away here, let's move our train forward a tad so I can sneak the containers behind it. That should be good. Okay. That should be good enough. Lower you back down. Whoops. Might as well go over the front this time, though. I'm already here. Look at that train. You see a beaut. Alright, so we're looking for Sawyer North. And Sawyer South if we don't have enough. Oh. Okay. And we're going to set them green. So what do we got? We got... That's a Sawyer South. Okay, let's find the Sawyer North first. Oh, we got Sawyer North. Okay, so let's set you green. JSI. Iran. Oyo. Sawyer South. Okay, I got 2 Sawyer Souths. You know. FJW. So I got 3? No. I have 3 Sawyer Souths. Shit, okay. And only 1 Sawyer North. Well, okay. Looks like we're doing some north and south. Actually, we can just hit south. I gotta bring everything into south, though. Okay, you know what? Let's do both. The problem with Sawyer South is you gotta run everything into it. Because it is not a... it is not a train-side station. It is a seaside station. It does not have a train track that actually goes up to it. It has a road that goes into it, but does not have a train that goes up to it. Come on, you. Tilt backward, buddy. I got you. That winch is trying his damnedest to get that sucker vertical again. Oh, we hit ground. We hit ground! Alright, let's give her a little hand. Let's give her a little help. Let's give her a little help getting that sucker back to... There we go. We got her past 50. We got her past... Wait, we got her past 90? No, we don't. Come on, get her past 90. Oh, she is having a... She's having trouble with this one. She's having trouble getting the tilt back on this one. That's fine. We'll just be cautious. We'll be nice and cautious here. That winch is like, I am doing my best. This some bitch is heavy. Okay, so this guy is north, so let's put him on the front. Because north will probably, yeah, north will be our first stop. So we'll load Sawyer south from the back. We'll load Sawyer north from the front. That way we'll kind of have them organized. Okay, so because of the way this new bed system works, I am going to have to basically park these suckers right up against the train. I gotta bring them in, I gotta park them right against the side of the train. There is no other way. I can't leave them a little bit out, I can't leave them, you know? They got to be right up against the friggin' train. That's probably as close as I'm gonna get. Okay, next. Let's go get some of the south ones. And we'll load them all. We'll load them all on at once. I just gotta get them and bring them up first. Okay, so we marked the north, but we didn't mark the souths. So let's mark the souths now. Okay, so I think this guy south? This is Sawyer south. Okay, on. This guy is Sawyer south. On. FJW. Komodo. Sawyer south. That's the third one. On and on. I don't think any of these other ones were Sawyer. Komodo. No. The tanks are definitely not. Okay. So we got our 3 souths marked. It kind of suck if we only ever had the one north. That would really suck. Because north is kind of in a different direction than the south one. You kind of have to get to the north one, you have to go up and then do a loop to loop back down to the south one. So I would almost rather go to the south one, like have all of the containers go to the south one, than to have just a couple. But we do what we can, we move what we can. We're moving freight. For some reason, this guy is not tilting back as far as he should be. This is the second one that I've had trouble tilting back. Swing, bada bada. Swinging for the fences. Alright, let's get this guy pirouetted into position here. Right up against the train like the last one. Okay, 2 more to go. Two more to go. I guess we can put the weather back to. They put the weather back. Okay, so there was that one. What other one did I mark? This white one, wasn't it? Did I mark this white one? Yep. Okay. And then what was the third one that was marked? That guy over there, that purple one? Yeah. Okay, so this white one and that purple one. Let's get these puppies loaded. Up we go. I almost wonder if those winches should have been hooked up to the top where the top winches are, so she'd have an even bigger pull. You could pull from the very, very top, or attach them like maybe right below those top winches, just so they'd have a better leverage, to pull. All right. One more container after this, and then we're good to go. I do one day want to do a run up to the Arctic with some containers, but I haven't seen any. I'm not exactly sure what's up there. I'd have to check the map, but I'm pretty sure none of the containers that I'm seeing are from up north, up in the Arctic. Fairly certain of that. Ooh, okay. Down we go. Down we go. There we are. Sure, and just a smidge. All right. One more container to go. We'll get the pink one. And then we'll have another quick stop on the way up at actually that building we started at. We'll be stopping there just to see what containers are there. Next that out in the water. Something out in the water there. Is that a loot crate? What is that? Oh, it's a moose. Looks like a moose. Freaking stupid. It's a moose out in that there water. Yeah, so this little guy is now the perfect machine for this tray because, or for this train, because you got to get these containers in tight and close. I would definitely not be able to do that with some of the other container loader designs I was showing off there a few episodes ago. I'd definitely not be able to get them in that close. Alright. Last container to go. For this stop, anyway. Yahoo, here we go. She's a heavy one. Actually, I think they all weigh the same. I think they all weigh 1,400. I think even the fluid ones weigh 1,400. The tank ones. As soon as you build something that can handle one, it can handle all. Alright. Let's get this sucker placed. Let's get all these containers loaded. Let's get on our merry way. Not really sure what we'll be running for our maximum speed here. I would guess maybe around 40-ish, if we can, you know, mess around at the very top end. Because I think it is going to max out at probably 30 before we start skipping or spinning tires, or spinning. You know what I mean? Before we start spinning, I think it's going to max out probably at about 30. That's been my experience so far. Not too sure how it's going to differ, if at all, with the... Why are you being a douchebag? Seems like you are anyway. Not sure how it's gonna factor at all with the what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. With the motor in the middle, with that booster tram in the middle instead of having them both at the rear. It should technically be the same amount of power, but I don't know how I'm wondering if the ratio is going to be a little different, because it's going to be helping kind of, not really in the middle of the train, but it's going to be kind of bookending the containers. Which might be a better way to do it than having both of them try to push. This guy in the middle is going to be basically pulling. Alright, well, if you're going to take your time connecting, I'm going to scooch up. There we go. Okay. So this is all shut down and good to go. Lock you up. You are on. Okay. Oh, I like that. It kind of knocked it into position. All right. So your north is up in the air. Yeah, I love that. So your north is loaded. Okay. South 1, here we go. You look like you may be a little out of position. Actually, you look like you might be a lot out of position. Let's hope the magnets will pull you over. I don't think they will. Shit. Okay. Well, this one's out of position. That's okay. I'll back up the train a little tiny bit, and I'll have it locked down. Okay, let's do this one. This one looks like it's lined up. Pretty good. This is too far out. Too far out! Ah. This is going to be harder than I thought. Well, that pushed. So this should be alright. Yeah, there we go. This one worked. Wait, did I actually turn on the magnets on the other one? I'll have to check. Lock you in. Bam. Did I actually flip on the magnets here? Yeah, I did. Okay. But you were too far. Oh, you're actually too far forward. And you are too far forward. So if I back up the train just a tiny bit, like a smidgen, we should be okay. I think. Gotta go just a smidge. So reverse. Just a smidge. See if that did it. Far enough? Oh fuck, a little too far. Dang it! Oh. Jump the track there. Oh, a smidge forward. Did I even move? I don't even know if I moved. Sorry, I gotta run all the way back here again. I mean, I guess I could use my third-person view. I did not go forward enough. Close. Bingo. Not for that one. Bingo for the pink one, not the white one. Please tell me you're close enough. There we go. Get her loaded. Log her down. Fucking love that. Sorry. I know I keep saying that, but there's something awesome about it. I think I am pulling this. I think I'm pulling this container along. Maybe not. But it sure as hell looks like it. Because I don't appear to have moved at all on that container. Ooh, am I close enough now? Maybe a little too far. That should be close enough. Turn off the reverser before I do something stupid and back into the shed. Okay, so we got 3 Sawyer South, and we got 1 Sawyer North. Hopefully we'll pick up a couple more Sawyer Norths at the next stop. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Yes! Hope. Hope is right. Get that sucker loaded. Bam! That is like the most epic thing. When it locks on. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let's take her up to 15, nice and slow first. Get her rolling. See if I go up too high, you'll see all the drive wheels will start spinning out. I mean, these guys are working to push. Look at that. They're not spinning. The front train is spinning. The back guys aren't. Let's bring myself to about 27. That should get us rolling. Here's the caves. The tunnel. Everything fits in the tunnel. What do we have? 42? Nice, let's pump her up. Can I make her to 29? Without it spinning out? I can. Can I make her to 30 without spinning out? I can. Well then. We're doing almost 50. those containers holding on. Excellent. I think I have to perform a switch not too long. And not too long here. I probably have to perform a few switches along the way. Which is, like I said, it's a pain in the ass. But what are you going to do? That is the cross we bear. Oh, I think we have a split coming up right after this exit. Right after this tunnel exit. Probably have to back it down and... Can't see the damn thing. Okay, we are staying on track. Alright. I keep forgetting to set the throttle to a max of 30. Or I guess 0.3. She slips at 30, so... The wheel's still at 28, come on. I could get a higher max speed by putting on more of those shunt cars. Like, I believe my max speed without those shunt cars is probably closer to maybe 25 to 30-ish. So I get an extra 20 just out of having those shunt cars attached. Those radio-controlled guys. Extra sets of drive wheels. They make the magic happen. Alright, so we're coming up on the next stop, the next terminal here. We'll check and see if there's any containers going for Sawyer. North or south, doesn't matter. If we get a whole bunch for south, what I might do is drop that north container and just head to south. Okay, what's going on here. Let's bring her back. Last thing I want to do is drive right into a friggin' shed. What are you set to? Oh, you are set to turn into the shed. No, 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 we don't. We're not driving ourselves into a brick wall. Click. I wish I could get up to the radio antenna on top. Oh, I might be able to with this one. Ah. Let's see if we can get up to the radio antenna. If I can get up there, I could like if I could actually get physically lined up with the antenna, I might be able to read the data from it to find out what the frig frequency it's on. A little gun of throttle here, just enough to get me close to that radio tower. That should do nicely. Okay, let's see if we can scan a frequency off that. Radio antenna, but I can't. Yeah. Oh, oh, that was close. Not the indicator light. I want the radio antenna. I don't think I can get close enough to read it. Dang it. Wonder if I could jump to it. Think I can make that? I don't think I can make that. I could try to make that, but I don't think I will. Perk. Did not. Nope. Oh! Son of a gun! I actually landed on it. I landed on it, but I just skipped right off. Oh, oh, oh. Don't get Spazzingtons. Come on, no Spazzingtons. Stop it. Ah, damn it! I landed, but it jumped again. I held the space bar for too long. After my jump. Gotta just tap the space bar to jump and then let go right away. Okay, here we go one more time. Let's see. Ah! Yes! What frequency are you on? 440. Frequency 440. Come on, write it down. Signal, train, signal, frequency. 440. All right. So we got 440. And it's on receive mode only. I wonder, okay. We get to the next signal. We'll see if it's also on 440. We'll see if all these signals are on 440. If they are, then I can program something to trigger them. I mean, it's kind of late right now because I'm already moving, but I already got my train rolling here. But if I could program in a toggle for these, I want to do a radio frequency that I can transmit to. Okay, so that one was 440. Let's see what this one's at. Oh, what kind of jump was that? That was like, that basically fell off. I didn't even, I practically didn't even hit the jump button. That was redonkulous. Okay, so we got signal 440 on the first one. Hopefully they're not all different radio signals, because that would suck. I mean, I could still do it, but I'd have to figure out what each one was. I'd need to find a catalog. Seriously? I'd have to find some kind of catalog that I could use to reference, what's what. And I'd have to make sure they're on a short enough range so that I don't trigger every single one in the area when I go by. I'd have to use the same thing, like a small radio antenna. There we go. What are you on? 440. Okay. So, I can assume they're all on 440, even though I don't necessarily know that they're all on 440. It could just be this area that's on 440 for all I know. But it looks like we have a consensus of 440. Now, if I could somehow spawn in my train engine, I can put a switch there to transmit on 440. But I cannot spawn my train in here because it would be facing the wrong direction. There's our container. It looks like slim pickings over here. There's only 3 containers. Alright, well, what are the odds we're gonna have a Sawyer North or Sawyer South here? 3 containers. JSI, Ron. And oh, Sawyer North. There we go. What the friggin' odds of that? Got a second Sawyer North. All right. Let's line this puppy up, shall we? Deck out. Alright, undock, and let's get her out of here. Oh, I guess I need to close the door. You know what? Instead of doing that, we'll just go around to the back side of it. Whoa, that's a drop. Let's hope we can get back up it. I did not even notice that drop was there. Oh! It's like, nope. Damn, that was rude. Okay. I guess we'll be going up over here then. Oh, that was rude. Maybe we can just ram up this thing. Nope. I'm still gonna get this thing from the back end. What if I gotta push it around? Why is my track going through the ground? What the hell is happening here? That was weird as hell. Glitchy Von Glitcherson. Yeah, let's make sure our wheels stay above ground this time. As we push this guy to rotato. Oh, no, 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 no. Son of a bitch. Give me a hand here, container. Come on. Give me a hand. Give me some front weight. Give me some front end weight. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Give me some front end weight. Help me out here, buddy. Come on. Give me some front end traction. Oh, yeah. She's doing it. She's doing it. Come on, you prick. Oh, that was so close. Ah, I can't get her to twist enough to grab that other post. I wonder if I tried to fold it, if what would happen. Nothing. She's trying her damnedest to tell you that much. She's definitely trying her damnedest. Come on, bastard. Yeah, I got a second grip. Okay. Pull me the frig out of here. See if we can lift this puppy off the ground cockeyed and get me the hell out of here. Come on. Pull my front end down. Pull my front end down. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Well, I guess we'll just back her off the edge. Drag it with us. There. How do you like that, you prick? Pick you up over here. Honestly, if I would have grabbed it from the other side and turned, I would have been done by now. This is what you get for being a stubborn ass. So that actual ledge is not where it appears to be. That's what I kept falling through. I kept falling off the edge. It is a lot further in than it visually appears. Which, you know, that's just another aspect of the game. Just another aspect of the game. You know those signs in the mirrors you see? Object in the mirror are closer than they appear. For this game, it's more like ledges that you see are not where they appear. Alright. I think we're good here. Let's make sure we don't need to push it any. I think we're locked in there. I think we're good. Oh. There we go. Sawyer North. Bring the deck in. And light it up. So we have one more load that we can take. If we can find one. I don't know if we can find one or not. I don't think there's anything between here and Sawyer North. I think it's a straight shot now. So, but we have 5 containers. There we go. Beauty. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. Load you up. Hey, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at, we got 13,000 for that one. 10,000 for that one, so that's 23. We're at 23 and another 12. That's 35. And there's another 13. So that's 48. And then a 6. Oh my god. So that's, what, 44? Did I do my math right? I think it's 44. So 44,000 for this run. Versus doing one trip to pick up one lost person out on the water for like 6,000. So tell me that containers are not profitable. Except I'm likely going to have to do a bunch of switching on the way there between Sawyer North and Sawyer South. I bet there's going to be a lot of switching. This is how you get rolling. You go up a little bit at a time. You wait until you hit your speed kind of levels out, and then you go one more tap. Wait till that speed levels out, and then one more tap, and then eventually you'll start to hear wheel slip. Pretty sure 30 is about as fast as I'm gonna get this. I think if I go to 31, she'll start slipping almost right away. Ooh, we skipped to 32. But we're not really getting much more of a speed boost out of it, so I might as well bring her down to 30 again. Because what happens is when you get in these corners and you hit these bumps, these jerking back and forth, you see how it acts kind of like a brake? A little bit of a brake. And if it drops you below the speed at which your wheel's going to start to slip at this setting, your wheels will start to slip. So I think 30 is about the highest we can go. Alright, so where are we now? We are heading in here. We're going to come around the bottom here. And through here. And then we probably have to change this signal here. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, yeah, maybe. Probably have to change this signal here to go north. Because right now it's probably telling us to go south. But we got a little ways before we get there. So we can just go for a stroll around the train. Have a little nap, you know. Little snooze. I didn't put a window on this side for some reason. I don't know why I didn't put a window there. I got one here. A little decorative corner window. Cold weather gear. See how these corners slow you down? Went 48, 6, 5, 48, 5, 48, 6, 48, 7. And I'm back on the straight off. And this is a little hill here. 43. It's coming up to 47. Get over the hump. We are moving pretty. We're moving at a pretty fair friggin' clip here. For a train. A lot of people can't get their trains up to this kind of speed. Stick it to the tracks like glue. See, this is that corner there. That corner there was an Achilles heel for my last cargo loader, the one that I told you would hit the corner and or hit the edge of the trailer and break or explode or whatever. That corner back there was where that usually happened. Go around that corner and it would just rattle it so much that it would break. Because of course I have in my campaign mode, which this is not. This is kind of like my sandbox play around, build things mode. But in my campaign mode, I have vehicle damage turned on, as well as player damage and all that other good stuff. So in campaign mode, my stuff gets a little bit more testing than it does here. But this guy here is solid. I've run it in the campaign mode before. That's the back end. I've run it in campaign mode before, and it is pretty solid. Oh, we slow down to the point where we are now slipping. Get her down to 27. That's why I went with the two holders on the back, so it can't jostle sideways. It's locked in. It's basically as it's like one piece. It's like a one-piece thing. You can see the tank really doesn't go side to side or anything, just because it's locked in on those two large mounts on the back. It can't go anywhere. The damn thing could roll. The train could come right off the tracks and roll, and it would still be attached. I would venture a guess. Not that the trains can come off the tracks. As far as I know, they're freaking glued to the tracks. So this here is kind of interesting because there's a yard here, but there doesn't seem to be any switches. And you end up going through the yard for this dock right here. There's no there's no switches coming up to this merger here, or this divide. No switches at all. And you hook off to the side here and take the outside line. And the only switch on this side is a crisscross switch. There's no switches for that. So that right there, this right here is a crisscross switch, but there's no switches for that actual siding, which is kind of weird. I don't know if there's anywhere else on the Stormworks map that's like that. It doesn't have switches on the siding. I think that's the only place. We have a volcano there. Can we trigger it? Just for shits and giggles? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't completely fuck me up. I don't care if the forest burns or whatever, I just don't want my train to burn. Oh shit, here we come up to the... Stop! Oh, we are gonna slide right through it. Holy fuck, no we're not. That was close. Gonna back up just a tiny bit here. Because this, I think, is the one that I have to change. If I check my map here, yes, it is. So I spawned eruption, and so far no eruption. Okay, so we're going to switch you over. This will take us north, up here, across there, and then when we get up here, we'll have to do another switch, probably here, to get us into Sawyer North where it does a loop, and then heads back down to Sawyer South. Yeah, so there's the volcano over there. I triggered an eruption, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. I'm probably too far away from it or something. Let's make sure that this guy is switched proper as we pass it, because we want to go that way. It is not. Shit. Whoops. While we're here, we might as well trigger that guy. See, he's not going to take us in the right direction. Ah. I want to get out of the seat. Yeah, that guy needs to be switched over. Because when we come back, we're going to be on this track over here, and we need to go straight through, down to Sawyer South. This is why we went and got the radio frequency thing. Like I could just beep it. I'd say, oh, that's the wrong direction. Click. But you probably want to use that shortwave antenna because I think it only goes 10 meters. I think the little tiny antenna is only 10 meters. The last thing you want to do is trigger every friggin' switch in the area. Actually, even better would be to, like put a dish off the side here, like a satellite dish or whatever, because I think those are directional. I think they only shoot straight ahead. So if that's the case, and it only shoots straight ahead, you don't have to worry about triggering, things behind you or anything. You could just pew pew in front of you to change the switch. Wouldn't have to worry about triggering any other switches, like the ones behind you or the ones over there. It's like this one. You'd be like pew pew click. Where the hell are we? Here we are. So we're going to come up and around this corner. over here, cross here, and then head up to this split here. Oh, wait, I didn't have to flip that other switch. Dang it. It's this switch I need to switch to go to Sawyer South. That switch I didn't need to touch. So I need to come all the way up here. Flip this switch. Make sure this switch is flipped. Because when I come around this loop, I gotta be coming back this way. I thought I was farther than I was. Crap. That's kind of sad. Sad panda. One interruption, damn it. Oh, I think it's doing it this time. I hear rumble. Oh, the ground shaking. We definitely got an eruption this time. Is it coming from there, or is it coming? Where's it coming from? Coming from that one? Whee! One of the mountains is going to blow its top. Pretty sure it's that one over there. I don't have any seismic warning on my map. But yeah, it sure as hell looks like there's more smoke coming out of that one now. Oh, you can see particles in the air. You can see the fog particles in the air. Or not fog, soot. You can see the soot particles in the air. Perfect place to be during a volcano. Look at all the particles now. Man. Whoa! I think we're inside the pyroclastic flow. Can't see a damn thing. What's the temperature? 22 degrees. At least we're not melting. That looks wild out there. Like we are in the flow, it's like a wave. You can see the wave. We're like catching up to the front of the wave. We're out of it. That was pretty nuts. Oh. I think that was the volcano blowing its top. Oh yeah, look at the lava. You can kind of see the lava. We're gonna be heading towards that volcano before long. You can hear the volcano's projectiles throwing. Okay, I think this, not this, but I think that one up there is the one we need. Pretty sure, yeah. That's the one we need. Is it going the right direction? Likely not. No, it is not. Yeah, look at the lava on the mountain back there. Switch it over. Wait so I can kill my headlights now. Man, that sure ate up the performance, I'll tell you that much. I'm in slow-mo again. So we'll head up to Sawyer North, drop off a couple of containers, and then we'll go see what's if there's anything there for Sawyer South. Sawyer North has quite a few containers, usually. So we might get lucky and find a few more to take down to Sawyer South. Although, like I said, the problem with Sawyer South is the fact that you have to drive the containers in because there's no train that goes to Sawyer South. There's an access road that goes in. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to take any more containers. Because I've already got 3 to bring in there. It'd be a different story if I had my my big container mover that can take 2 at a time. That would be a different story. But with the performance quickly dropping here in this game, and the fact I gotta drive in 3 containers already, so I think okay, I want to stop at this signal too. Right here, make sure it's set properly. You are not set proper. It's a good thing I stopped. This is the actual one I needed to set. I didn't need to set that other one. going that way. When I come back out of here. There's the station up ahead. All the particles still in the air in the volcano. That's a long one. That one stays going for a while, the volcano one. Oh, and these switches here are going to bring me into the station, aren't they? Yep. That one right there. I don't want to go past that one. Love my staircase. Okay, this should be the last switch I have to switch for a while. I think there might be one more switch I have to switch on the way to Sawyer South, but I think it's just one. There's a bunch of containers here. Alright, let's get our north containers unloaded. Slow-mo. Oh shit, can't send that in yet. Wait till she's all the way up. There we go. I hear the OSHA guys right now. Don't walk under that! Load! Alright, Sawyer North. Ah, see, this is what happens when the simulation starts screwing up. Now my door's jammed. But watch this. There's a little glitchy spot right around here where I can actually get to the seat. There it is. As soon as I'm in, the door opens. Miraculously. It wouldn't let me in, but it'll open the second I am in. Redonkulous. I've had problems here before with other loaders, with other carriers, I should say, because of look at the height of the drop there. I couldn't hope to bring in my other loaders into here. This guy, I can turn him right on a dime. Okay, let's go. I turn him right on a dime, and normally he can climb this. Normally. Simulation's so slow right now. I don't know if he'll be able to. Let's try hitting it harder. There we go. Gotcha. Alright, lift her up. Let's take her to storage. See, now there's so much weight on the front, it just rolls up. Rolls right up the ledge. So I need to get over kind of to the yellow zone there. That's somewhat the drop-off area. Oh, there we go. There's 13 thou there. So I'm kind of rethinking here. This video was sort of, I was just sort of doing it to show off my train system, and I've kind of done that now. I've picked up loads and dropped it off. Honestly, don't think I need to take a tour to Soar South. I think we can cut this video off at about the 2-hour mark. And then who knows what's next time. Because, like I said, I'm in sandbox mode right now, so it's not like this is actually making me money or anything for the campaign. Just kind of showing it off. And there are some improvements that I want to make. For example, I do want to put the radio in the cab, so I can trigger signals from a distance. That would be a great asset. Now that I know they're all on frequency 440, that should be relatively easy to accomplish. Oh, come on. Get up the lip. There we go. Okay. So you've seen what my lifter can do. You've seen what the loaders can do. You've seen what the shunters can do. The little shunt cars. Oh, for crying out loud. Ugh. Simulation running so slow it's hard to do anything. What is crapping me out right now? Physics ain't crapping me out. What's crapping me out? What's the brown? SW post. Or SV post. SV post is hurting me. Render is hurting me. And look at the frickin' scene up there. That's just killing. Probably all the damn weather. Get ripped. Kill the rain and shit. Get rid of the fog. Might help a little bit with the scene. Nope. Scene is still hurting. God. Probably because of all the particles from the volcano. I don't know why it's not like they're actual particles. They're just little frickin' diamonds. They're just little friggin' diamonds in the sky. Not like they're actual tiny particles. They're little diamond shapes sitting in the sky. That's all they are. All right, second loaded. That's 23 grand right there. Sure beats the hell out of going out on a boat and friggin' running into shit. There we go. Okay. Physics is kind of fucked right now, so you can see it's kind of pushed the arms right into my car. It's popped the what do you call it? Hinge right off its hinge. That's what happens when the physics starts getting fucked up. You start getting things that are broke. They will start breaking. Your hinges, your motors, your winches, all that shit will start breaking. Look, I'm letting out my winch line, and it's not making a damn difference. That thing's stuck in the window. I'd literally have to drive through something backwards to knock it back off. To get the hinge back into place. Or driving around might do it, too. Hard to say. But I guess I didn't really show off these little shunt vehicles at all, did I? I kind of said they could do stuff, but I didn't actually show it. Other than, of course, the speed I was doing, which is not really proof that it's radio controlled. It's just proof that its motor helps you along. So maybe I can end this video by showing off the shunts a little bit. At least showing their controls are linked to the main train. There we go. And we're locked in. Okay. So I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to detach this shunt car. We will, oops. We'll detach it from here. Okay, so he is no longer connected. And I'm going to pull out with my train. And you'll see that it'll try to follow me, but I think my train will be faster. I think. So I'm going to take it up to 15. Yeah, my train's definitely faster. So you see the shunt is pulling. It is pulling. Uh-oh. Oh! And I'm about to get rammed. Boom! Oh, I made it through. Okay, well. Oh my god. The physics are just broke now. They are so busted. Look at that. So anyway, you can see the shunt car following. Oh my god, that is a mess. That is absolutely wrecked. Alright, let's throw in reverse. Let's see if the shunt car can beat me in reverse. Probably not. Is it going to even get into reverse before me? I don't think it is. Oh, they reset. They reset. They're going down. All they got to do is tilt forward and they're not going to hit anything. But they're not. I don't think they're going to tilt forward until I hit something. So, here we go. Oh, I'm definitely faster than the shunt car. I am way faster than the shunt car. I'm going to end up pushing the shunt car. Boom! That didn't fix that hinge? That is surprising. That's surprising that didn't knock that out of the window and fix that front hinge. Oh, but it did slow me down enough for the shunt car to get a head start here. But I think I'm still going to catch up to it. Oh. If I fire up to 28... Oh, the shunt car is going to outrun me. Or outpace me a little bit anyway. Maybe. Oh, it had started to. Oh, see, I'm slipping now. I'm slipping at 29, and it's not slipping at 29. I gotta come back down to 28 to stop slipping. Oh, it slipped a little bit. Catching up to you, buddy. So anyway, there's the shunt car in action. It's getting its radio signals from the lead car, which is the train, the engine. It's getting a signal from the engine, and it is basically doing what it's told. I'm going to slip at 30. I'm not going to slip at 30. I'll slip at 31. I'm not going to slip at 31. That's weird. Am I going to slip at 32? Nope. How am I not slipping at 32? Those guys are not helping me at all. If anything, I'm pushing them. 33. $34. Wow. How fast am I going? I'm going 50 in reverse. 35. There's the volcano over there. 36. Get away with 36. Holy shit. That's surprising. That is very surprising that I'm getting away with 36. Oh, but I got a lighter load now. 37? We're at 37. Or are you going to shunt me off? You going to shunt me off? You're going to shunt me off, aren't you? You are definitely shunting me off. You bastard. Off the main road. Hand on the brakes. Here we go. I stop faster than it does. All right, but anyway, so there you have it. There's the little shunt car, or I should say shunt cars. I got two of them on there. So that's the little shunt car in action. You can see it, the radio controlled action of it. Gets you going. Gets it going. I am faster than it, but it's also hauling a big load, whereas I am not. I'm hauling a physically broken load, or a broken physics load, whatever you want to call it. But we're definitely both hauling loads, and there's no doubt that it is copying my actions. So anyway, there's a little demo of that just to show that it does work, and it is actually doing something. It is actually helping me to get moseying along. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So hopefully you enjoyed. This is Jody and signing off. I will see you next time, everybody. Take care and so long.